Hi guys, welcome to ScentFolio. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're talking about one of my top three lines from Victor and Rolf from SpiceBomb series. So this is going to be an interesting one. I have tried pretty much all their flankers, the OG as well as the flankers, but these three have been somehow, left out and remaining. And I always reach out to them, and I don't think they're going anywhere off my shelf. So let's get into these three. First off, we're talking about SpiceBomb Extreme. This guy, well, we all know how they do their bottles, right? So, pretty grenade style bottle. And pretty, sexy looking bottles, to be honest. I like what I see, especially on my shelf. Pretty cool. I'm pretty finicky and pretty concerned about how the bottle looks. Presentation is 60% of the game to me, as compared to the liquid, because I think it is really important to look good before you smell good. All right, so SpiceBomb Extreme. This is a beautiful bit, and nothing like this, to be honest. When it comes to the OG world of designer market there, I don't think I have seen anything like this, because this gives a bit of a touches of everything, especially when it on a masculine side. What we guys look for is, one, it's a mature scent. It's spicy, it's warm spicy and fresh spicy at the same time. It's aromatic, it's powdery, it's tobacco-ish, it's vanilla-ish. It's a beautiful blend of tobacco and vanilla. And then we've got some sweetness and lavender touches, a bit of florals as well. So we're gonna get into the scent profile and see what the notes are and how they're justifying scent profile and what are the main importance and what I pick out the most. But this is longevity wise, let's get that out of the way. This is a beast mode fragrance. This is although yes, designer fragrance, but yet beast mode. We do have a lot of designers there who produce good, solid longevity out there. They're pretty concerned that way. So this is a 12-hour fragrance, I would say. This is, you really have to be careful with the trigger. I usually go for 3. 2 on the sides and one on back. And that's it. And this does the job pretty much throughout the day. The powdery, the main core for this is the powderiness, which is dense with warm spices, especially black pepper. That's what I get from this guy. It's a peppery opening. It stays the way until until mid-tones, come up. So nice but fresh. Peppery is also, although it's a warm, spicy note, but its effect is pretty much fresh, especially when it opens up with nice burst of vanilla, some lavender, some tobacco. Tobacco is something that you're gonna get up on top, but you're gonna get more from Let's get into the notes so we can round things up for the SpiceBomb Extreme. All right, so what we have here is vanilla tobacco. Not much of notes here. Vanilla tobacco, cinnamon, bourbon whiskey, cumin, saffron. All the notes here, to be honest, you can't go wrong with them, because these are a success formula, let's put it this way. Vanilla with tobacco comes out amazingly well. This is the first thing that you're gonna get with the opening. I get a bit of a pepper too, as I said. Over here, the peppery notes, probably it's cinnamon and cumin. Again, warm spices. And cinnamon is loud here. Cumin, I'm not sure, but as I said, when these notes blend together, it's more of a warm, spicy, peppery vibe that I get. Bourbon whiskey, that is something which you're gonna get in the mid-tone. It actually it transitions itself from that vanilla, peppery, warm, spicy stuff to whiskey and tobacco in the mid-tones. In the end, we have again the tobacco and a bit of a saffron that comes up in the basically in the dry down. So overall, beautiful scent. Vanilla is something that actually stays up until the dry down. So I would say vanilla, saffron, and tobacco. I wouldn't say this would come into the category of tobacco high fragrances or fragrances which are referred as tobacco scents. Nope. This is balanced out. Tobacco is low, just for the sake of maintaining that density and keeping all the other notes grounded. So it is there, and it's playing its role pretty nicely, pretty collectively, if I can describe that. Good scent, man. This is good stuff. I have also worn this in the office, but I don't think that would be a good idea. But I did 2 sprays and I was good. And I was cool, and everyone else was also, pretty cool about this. This can go hard, as I said. It is because you don't want warm spices to amplify up, right? So you gotta be controlled. You have to control your trigger. I think 3 to 5 sprays would be a good sweet spot. Another banger here. This is one of my favorite SpiceBomb flanker as we're dealing with SpiceBombs today. Not that it's number 2 or number 3. This is no rating here. It's just that obviously this is used in a totally different situation. More of a, evening wear. I would say this is more of a casual wear. I can pull this off casually as well. Spend my all day with this. Out with friends, partying, people, socializing. So this is a good companion to be with. The second one that we're talking about is SpiceBomb Night Vision EDP, or the Parfum concentration. Now there's a reason why this is one of my favorite companions. SpiceBomb. This bottle is a little messed up, but yeah, a pretty old formulation here. SpiceBomb Night Vision. This is fresh spicy. If I consider this as warm spicy, this is a freshy, spicier, though spicy, but a little bit on the fresh side. And warm spicy at the same time, because this also has the notes which this has when it comes to warm spices. But this is more of a fresher take, and this is more greener, I would say, on the green side of the thing. So this is more earthy, I would say, a bit herbal, it has that mossiness. It has that herbal notes, basically. That is actually where this leans to. But again, fruity at the same time. This one is a bit fruity as compared to this. This is not. This is more on the fruitier side. So this is ambery, green, vanilla, of course. Pretty much the same thing as that the SpiceBomb Extreme has. And the vanilla and woods. If I talk about the main accords, before even getting to the notes, the vanilla and the woods are something which are doing magic in this guy. And this I categorized specifically in a date night category. So this is beautiful romantic situations, because I think spices somehow do attract you. Every spice has an attraction to it. I just think about it that way. And those are getting balanced off with those green apples and cardamom, grapefruit and lemon. Although this is not a citrusy scent, but again, we have good fruity notes. And I think these two citruses, the grapefruit and lemon, are balancing it out to be more dense scent. This is not a freshie. This is not a kind of a hyperactive fragrance up on top. This is pretty smooth. You get vanilla is something that I get, just like the way I get from SpiceBomb Extreme, from the beginning to the end. Vanilla is there. Nuttiness brings more attraction, more density, more curiosity to the scent profile. Because I think that nutty notes is something, any fragrance you pick up with a nutty note is going to be a banger. Like it will has its own attractive charm like no other scent. So pistachio, again, the greener side of the nuts. And then we've got, you know, mint, we've got coriander, we've got patchouli, we've got balsam fir. All these notes leans towards, you know, takes a sense towards the greener and dense vanilla sweet side. I love this scent. This is a beautiful combination of warm spices, fresh spices, a bit of a sweetness here, fruity notes, florals, nuttiness, and woods. Vanilla, again, it's not listed here, but I get a beautiful blend of vanilla. I think some notes over here combining together are doing magic, placing the scent again into a vanilla category. This is, again, a beautiful, you gotta lock on this trigger, right? This is beautiful. This is a absolute date night banger. Guys, try this out if you haven't. This is a beautiful evening wear, excellent on longevity, beautiful transition. This scent has a most amazing transition of all three spice bombs that we're talking about. Gives you all these notes that I've talked about, touches on different categories or different genres, I would say, of the notes in there. Experience this if you haven't. A beautiful date night. I mean, you're not failing with this scent. Let's put it that way. Yeah, your intentions to your own. I'm not gonna comment that, but you're not failing on your date nights. So let's talk about the third one in line, which has now become my favorite spice bomb in these categories. Not that this is number one or number two or number three. It has its own place. It has a totally different scent profile that we're gonna get into this. This is a SpiceBomb Eau de Parfum Infrared Eau de Parfum, the latest to 2023 release. So this is red. I think there's a season of red going on these days, right? The newer scents coming out, especially in 2023, are more on the redder, more on the red side of the, you know, of the world. Looks good, feels good. You know, I feel like doing a video on a red collection that I have. That's going to be interesting. And, you know, considering the amount of new red bottles that we're seeing these days, yeah, I think that would be a good idea. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. This guy is warm, spicy. This is ambery. This is, when I say warm, spicy, I mean cinnamonish. A bit powdery, a bit woody, and leathery. Now, this is something that you would really enjoy the fall, winter, early spring. But I would even suggest this and easily pull this off in the summer days. As long as you're having a controlled temperature, like anything below 28 degrees Celsius. I don't know, I'm not sure what's going to be in it. I think 70, 75, 72, something Fahrenheit. This guy's going to rock, especially in the evenings, although I would consider this as a day starter, to be honest. Yeah, absolutely a day starter. This is nice. Wow. This is good. This is, again, warm, spicy. I get a bit of a vanilla. I get a bit of a freshness. In the opening, it's fresh. and spicy. I do get black pepper over here as well. Let's see if it's listed over there or not, but I do get black pepper here as well with the freshness, which makes sense because these both are complementing notes. I get leather. Nice, smooth, easygoing leather, although there's nothing hard, no hard leather. The leather note, I would say it's a non-wearable leather, let's put it that way. So you're not gonna feel as if you're wearing this leather, probably hence the reason why I said that you can still pull this off in summertime. So consider it as a non-wearable leather, if that makes sense. I know I'm inventing stuff while I'm speaking, but I mean, you know what I mean. Yeah, let's get into the scent profile. Okay, red chili. That's why I was wondering, what's the red side of this? Although I'm getting freshness, I'm getting the black pepper. What's the redness? It has a zingy-tingy effect, and that's what I was thinking. Red chili. Pink pepper. That's what's listed. As I said, I was getting peppery vibes. I was thinking it to be a black pepper, but this is pink pepper. But chili peppers as well, like red chili pepper with cinnamon. Exactly what you get. So you get that zingy-tingy thing, that vibe that I was getting, which you get from here. Beautiful. Nothing overkilling, nothing. This is not a sweet scent, I would say, but the sweetness is there just to be there to balance things off, but not on the sweeter category of this of the world. But it's there in a balanced way, and I think that's the beauty of it, that it's pretty controlled sweetness here. So red chilies with a bit of a sweetness makes it absolutely digestive. Pink pepper, you're gonna get this cinnamon. Absolutely. Even in the mid-tones, even in the mid-notes, we've got chili pepper again, complementing leather. So in the base, we have a bit of resins and woodsy notes. One thing here, if I have to kind of categorize this or relate this scent, remember, if you guys do, the Leathery Notes EDP, the red Leathery Notes, I'm going to point this out here. The red Leathery Notes EDP, they introduced a leathery note. So the same profile of Leathery Notes, all that sweet romantic stuff that it's known for, they added a note of a leather, and it was leather heavy. It was dense on leather. Similarly, what they've done is they've added a leather note here. But just like that Leathery Notes, this red bottle was again, I mean, workable and easily wearable in the summertime, all 4 seasons in a controlled climate or temperature. This is still rocking. They have done this pretty much the same thing here as well. So again, the leathery note is there just to add more matureness and density. It's not going heavy, it's not going loud, it's not gonna make you feel that you are wearing a leathery scent. No. Just like this is not a tobacco scent, this is not a leathery scent, if that makes sense. And if I've been able to convey that easily to you, because you don't have to make your mind in any other direction, just because this has leather. So, but it's a complement leather. It's a beautiful leathery note, which is actually adding value and actually doing wonders with the red chilies. Actually, the leather is basically, this is the first time I've seen this combination. This is making this more interesting. Longevity wise, this guy is easy 7 to 8 hours of a fragrance on my skin. I just wore this last week when I got this in. Lovely scent. I like this stuff. I like the red bottle. Pretty much, it's more of a picked up game from the last infrared they had. This is more mature, more dense, more sophisticated, more rounded. than the EDT they had. I think EDT was more youth. It is still more youthful, more playful. The guys, the kids, the boys and girls, you guys can still rock that. This is, I think, more of on a mature take. So I would say above 25 will actually enjoy this. Absolutely unisex. Ladies, look out for this if you can. If you want that redness, that chili, powdery, peppery, spicy, you know, resinous, woody kind of scent. I do get vanilla here as well. For some reason, I am loving the balanced vanilla in all these three. I think I've seen vanilla only in SpiceBomb Extreme, not in these two in terms of notes, but I do get nice balanced vanilla, which is actually, I think, the reason of success, the fortune teller behind these scents is vanilla, I think, and I believe. So I'm just letting my mouth, like, you know, speak whatever I believe, whatever I smell, and so I believe. Interesting stuff. I like what I see. Get your hands on this if you can. You guys are gonna rock this. All these three are my favorites from the SpiceBomb collection, and this is not going nowhere. And I don't think there's much of a science. These are no-brainers, absolute blind buys. Grab your hands. When and where to wear this, I would say, as I said, a day starter, but evenings, nights are ideal. Dress up, dress down, both situations ideal for this guy. Ladies, you guys are gonna rock this. Boys, guys, mature guys, you will spend your time wondering what are the interesting stuff about this, which is mesmerizing. You will look for those notes, look for those answers. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.